Hey folks, Father Sympathy from CGVirus here. Today we're going to start making this basic preset, which will be a core preset for our further development. So let's see. Alright, let's get started. We're going to save our preset first here. Basic flare. There we go. So now let's get started and tab flare. We're going for a blank template. You can find it here. Let's flare blank template. There we go. Press 1 and voila. Okay, so let's go here, yep, and here, and I'm going to maximize this, undock it here, this properties. And okay, so first we need a core, we need some multi-iris, we will need anamorphic streak, anamorphic ghost, and some basic glimmer. Okay, pretty easy, no problem. So let's get started, and I'm going to and I'm going to unlock this guy, and let's get started. Yep, there we go. So the sun is already ready, not a problem. I'm going to remove all animation here. Press O, and let's make the sun core a little bit stronger here, something like 5, and yeah, okay, and then we will need some kind of streaks, so let's make it first. Pressing Shift E will hide the links parameters here, so press Ctrl S, save. Okay, so I'm just going to copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, paste it here, and let's name it okay, let's use the glimmer first, these glimmers. Okay, you can see here glimmer, so I'm just going to name it glimmer. There we go. And we will use some lens flare elements, maybe a glimmer, or what can we use here? Okay, if you need to consult with yourself, you can go to the shadow project actually, and in JLSL lens flare elements you will see thumbnails. Okay, you will get all the thumbnails, and here you can see that I'm going to use this anamorphic obviously, and we are going to use this guy obviously. This one is called anamorphic spot, okay, and this one is called anamorphic scaled. So anamorphic spot, and what else? We will need caustic ghosts. This one is called glimmer, but I think this one is not going to be appropriate here. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, we have a ring, we can use it. Yeah, I'm searching for this star. Okay, let's see, star. So let's go to lens flare elements, star. Okay, we're getting there. So let's see, what we need is radius, okay, and we will need poly count somewhere here, go distance, okay, that's good, threshold, that's good, radius, okay, something like that will work. Okay, let's define the sun a little bit. Let's use some ray count here. Yeah, it will give its much more good definition here. And ray depth, somewhere here. Okay, glimmer. It's actually a star, so let's name it a star. Okay, and yeah, we can use some rotation to make it much more prominent, and let's use polygon. There we go. Yeah, somewhere here. Okay, let's see what else we can do. Control C, Control V, and let's name it. I need a glimmer or some kind of ring, some kind of setup. So let's see. Do we have any ring? We have a ring, so it should be here. Ring. Yeah, this one will work like this, so let's use it. I'm going for radius, somewhere here, thickness. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So radius, yeah, here we go. Perfect. There we go. Ray count is good. Ray depth, we can use more ray depth. We can use a radius here a little bit, somewhere here. Softness, there we go. And let's make it much more visible. There we go. That's good. Okay. I think the ray count is so high. We need something like this, and thickness and radius. Okay. Let's come into shape, not a problem. Right up. Somewhere here. Pretty cool. Let's use some count. Somewhere here. That's good. That's good. Okay. Yeah. Now it's coming. Okay, let's go to O. And let's see our interaction. Yep. It's good. Okay, I'm coming back. Alright, I think this one, Sun 2, is ring, but we need some some uneven points. These are even, so we'll get it from glimmer actually. So yeah, let's use that, not a problem. So Control C and Control V, there we go, and just name it glimmer. Actually we will need a glimmer. Yeah, and let's go here, lens flare, glimmer. There we go. So we're getting these glimmers, which is good. We'll need radius, yeah, some kind of uneven radius. We need some thickness. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, it's coming. Softness, maybe something like that. Maybe some, yeah, something like this will work pretty fine here. Some thickness, maybe something like this. Ray depth, it will not be exactly like that, but everything is different. Yeah, something like that, something like this. And let's use ray depth here a little bit. There we go. That is coming. Okay, I think ring, let's disable it. Let's disable star. Let's use glimmer. Okay, the glimmer is so high. Thickness, yeah, there we go. now it's looking like good flare. I'm going to softness and we're going to make it like this, and let's use color. Let's down it a little bit actually. Yeah, we don't need too high. Let's use this to check everything is alright. Yeah, okay. Good. Alright, break count. I think the break count should be a little bit low. So like this. So like 20 even is good. Yeah. That's good. Okay, let's save it. Glimmer. And what else? Let's expand it a little bit. Oops. Yeah. There we go. Control SF. I think there is a problem going on. Okay. Anyway. Save, Control Shift R. Let's reload it. There we go. Okay. No, that was not a problem. Actually, it was alright. Okay, so now we're going for some kind of anamorphic streaks. So let's Control C, Control V, and let's name it anamorphic. Anamorphic. So let's go here. So we have lots of anamorphic setup here. So I'm just going to make a basic one first. So something like this. That should work pretty fine. You can see it's kind of blue. Okay, so let's make it blue. Somewhere here. Yeah. And we will need some kind of tint because it's blue. I think this one is pretty high, so let's use something like this. And glimmer. Okay, this is much more tinted color, or something aqua light flavor. It's good. And I'm seeing the sun needs to be very high, needs to be real high. So like 28, gigantic. Let's use it like that. Okay, so so it's coming, not a problem. I think the tint is so high. We're just referencing these images, but it will not be accurate, or it will not be same, because they are actually quite different assets. So we're just going to see thickness. I think we can do some thickness here, which will be pretty cool. We can use some ray if you want to. You can use some ray depth to make it much more interesting here. Some kind of ray like that, which will look cool. Press O and let's see. Yeah, it's coming. Okay, so the sun should have tinted, a tinted color, something like, I don't know, I'm not sure. Let's use some kind of tint. Yeah. We'll adjust it later, not a problem. Just to give it a look. But first let's use white actually, so that we can use it later. So open the shift. Okay. So anamorphic is done. We're going for some, okay, Control C, Control V. So we're going for some anamorphic spots. Let's name it spots. Okay, that's cool. Let's go here. Let's go elements, anamorphic spot. There you go. Let's see it here. So brightness, we're going for brightness. We can give it some colors. Let's see what we have till now. Yeah, that's looking good, not a problem. Okay, intensity, I think we can intensify it a little bit. And then this is object count, this is object distance. Yeah. Yeah. And this, something like that. Yeah, it will work. You can develop it furthermore, not a problem. I'm just giving it some somewhere. Yeah, that's cool. We can do some scaling here as well. Okay, let's duplicate it. I'm seeing a very cool looking flare here already. So anamorphic spots, yes, it's true. Let's use scale Y. There we go. And I'm going to randomize it a little bit, make it much more visible here. And go for scale X. Yeah, we can go for some intensity here. Let's use object count, some kind of object distance, so we can do lots of stuff here. Maybe like this. Position Y, I think we can go further. So here. And scale X, let's use scale X. Let's use scale Y. Make it much more better, hopefully. And rounded corner, we can use rounded corner, or we can use box. Yeah, we are going to use box. We can have some brightness here, and we can change the colors as well. It's pretty boring, so let's use some kind of red. Yeah, and some kind of bluish tone or velvety. Yeah, just this. And let's use some purple. I don't know, or even tinted blue. I think we need blue. Yeah, this is that. And let's randomize it a little bit, give it a look. Okay, yeah, looks cool. I think this red is pretty high. I'm not sure about it. This is some yellow flavor as well here. Yeah, something like that will work. Let's go to scale X and let's increase it a little bit. And I'm thinking about Japanese here. We can go straight up a little bit. No, it doesn't matter, but looks good. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's good. And position Y, I think is, yeah, okay, yeah, it looks cool. It looks better. Background color, I think we can use somewhat reddish and bluish and a mixture of things. So background color is basically a tinted flavor of your things, so you can use whatever you want. I'm going to use, I'm not sure what I'm going to use. For now I'm going to go for something like okay, let me decide. Okay, so I have decided to use aqua flavor here for background, and what I'm seeing is basically the parallax. If I'm going to, some kind of shift like 0.8, something like that, it looks cool, because it will give you a parallax vision, because anamorphic is actually a parallax vision, so we should use it. So this is 0, looks boring, so I'm just going for minus 0.8 or something like that, yeah, I'm not sure. Point even we can go for -1. Actually, let's shift it here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's only 0.6 minus 0.6, which will give a shifting. Let's just something like this. Yeah, so it will give you core shifting, which looks really cool, I think. Yeah. And what else? We can use some brightness. I'm not sure. Let's not use it too much. Let's make it randomize, and we can use some object distance to make it high. Let's use some more objects here, and yeah, that will work, I think. Yeah, that will work pretty well. Let's use scale scale X a little bit to make it further interesting. There we go. We can distance it up a little bit here. There we go. So now we'll have this. I think the toughness is so high. Is very little bit of toughness. Yep, 1. Oops, sorry. Yeah, now it's looking good. We can also use this guy with some parallax as well, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, this looks cool. Right, pretty good. And now we're going for some, I don't know, multi-iris and caustic. Alright, so I have decided to make the core size a little small here, so maybe 11 to 10, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, something like that will work pretty fine here. And also the anamorphic spots too, I just made it, you know, less intensified, not too much, you know. It's too much is not good. Sorry. So yeah, it's working, not a problem. And brightness maybe somewhat here, yeah, so like that. So like that will work pretty nicely. You know, the middle screen, the theory is when it's in middle, it should have a very good amount of anamorphic, and here it should not. Right? Yeah. So like that. So okay. So let's get forward and let's use some caustic here. Let's see, gonna be, and there we go. Let's use caustic. I'm going for not caustic. First, I'm going for iris multi-layer. We should use multi-layer here. So let's see. Yeah, multi-layer. Iris multi-layer. Okay, so let's get it started. There we go, somewhere here. So iris multi-layer. I'm going for iris let low opacity, great opacity. Let's use some brightness as well, which is good. Let's randomize it a little bit here, there. Okay, let's use iris size a little low. It will be good. And let's colorize it. We're going for some kind of aqua. There we go. And then let's shift it here. Yeah, where we were. Aqua. Yeah, this guy. And then we will need some kind of greenish tone here. Let's press O. Yeah, now we're seeing it. Yeah, it's good. And let's press some red as well, but not hellish red, something like some kind of ultraviolet, jet pink, whatever it is. Something like this will work. Let's see first. No, it's looking very nice. And we're matching the color profiles there, so it'll be easy for us to make it up and here red, green, blue. So we're gonna use some yellowish tone as well to make it much more interesting here, which is great. But I'm thinking about some cold blue as well. So yeah, the yellow is not working pretty nicely here, so let's go for some crazy let me choose. Alright, so I've chosen these three super bright colors and some opacity. There we go. And maybe what we can do, basically, we can check our global scale as well. So what will happen if our global scale goes low? Yeah, that's working, not a problem. If we go to the global rotation, it will work as well, not a problem. And let's use some distance here, or actually let's use it like that. Actually, let's go to the position and make some backward as well, which is actually good property to have, because optical flare doesn't go with these things here. So yeah, I think it's looking good. So let's use some brightness. Let's use some MI size. I think we can make it like that. And randomize the thing here. Probably for cute. I think that will work. Yep. Okay, so now let's go to Control C. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Control C and Control V. I'm going for. We can use more multi-arrays, but I think we can go for some caustic ghost here. So caustic ghost. Here we go. Let's use some caustic ghost. So caustic ghost. Okay, let's use some brightness. Let's use some more flare. Let's randomize it a little bit. I think the color is alright for this. So it looks good. Looks cool. Color for this is alright. So color distortion. Create some kind of cool looking color distortion. We can do it. There we go. Yeah, that's it. I think that will work pretty nicely here. We don't need lots of sizes. There we go. This is low flare count. This is this. There we go. That's it. And that looks good. Now let's do the multi-arrays and let's low parameters here. Is city approach. Let's randomize it a little bit. Yeah, that's it. And MRS position, I think it should be a little bit back here as well. Make it much more prominent. We can use some polygon here as well, and no, not polygon. It's a mount. Yeah, this one like 17 will work pretty nicely here. It will give us versatile look. Yeah, that's it. Just O, press U or yeah, graph, and let's see. Action. Let's see. Let's save it. And okay, for global color, we're using that, which is good. No problem. Let's use some more ghost anamorphic. We'll go for some thickness. Make it prominent, but thickness is good. What else? I think that's it. That's kind of the final setup here. Ring size. What else? Let's go to Plastic Ghost. Let's use some flare count. Make it much more prominent. Yeah, that's good. I think that is it. I think that is it for now. That's okay. That's good. Star. Let's see if we can do something with that. Alright, just to test, we can use a hoop as well, because hoop is cool. So let's use a lens layer element here, which is actually a hoop. Yeah, hoop single. So let's see how does it work. So let's go here. Radius. Here is our radius. We can do some softness. Maybe some streaks layer now. Not too much, not too much at all. Simple tricks. If I'm going to global scale, increase it. Cool. Okay. Yeah, we can see some radius are too high. I think this guy. Which one is this? Okay. Let's name it. Oops. A single layer of hoop. It's not too much, we're not going to ask for too much here, because hoop itself is a huge thing, so using it very carefully is pretty done. You can see it only when you'll move it around. So it will be with you. Yeah. Okay, what I was talking about is basically, yeah, yeah, the ring is too high here. I don't like it. Let's put it right up. Let's make it minimal, very minimal. I guess so. Now if you go to scale, yeah, that works. What else? You can go crazy with it with these things pretty easily. So, which I don't recommend. Because, things can go crazy. Okay, let's use that. Let's use it like that, but with some softness, just a touch. Yep. Okay. Now I think it's okay. Let's get the hoop and let's colorize it a little bit. Let's give it some kind of bluish tint here. Let's cover it a little bit, a little touch here. Yeah, it will work perfectly fine. So let's test our tints. Yeah, that's gorgeous. This is a multicolor platform, so you can use lots of tints and lots of things here, which is cool. Alright, pretty good. Let's save it, and let's do it like that, let's do it like that, and voila. So that's it. Yep. Okay. There we go. That's it. So let's save and go to Shift R to reload the thing. Alright. After some adjustment, what I have seen that if we go the sun, like something like 30, it'll be pretty much great, because the previous one was not so great. Because if we go here, we can see the variation here. Okay, so we can obviously go for a white tint if we want to, and it will be pretty much comfortable for everyone to work with. So, and also I'm giving it a little bit of bluish tint, so it'll work nicely. Yep. So that's it, and I'm going to save it now. No more adjustment. Optical Flare is pretty badass when it comes to adjustment. It's crazy. It gives you illusion. Elusive, the elusive man. All right, so that's it. Control S, and I'm coming back, and we will make it a template, a nice little template. Alright, so I have adjusted the star code a little bit. I have given a new feature that is called brightness, so it will give you some brightness. So that's why it looks kind of different, and I have also made the MRI size a little bit bigger. So that was the changes, and now it's time for making the preset. Yep. All right, so let's get started. So I'm just going to save it here, and now we will need let me see. Yeah, so first of all, let's go here. We're going to name it basic flare. There we go. Then let's go here, global 100. Okay, done. Now let's go here. So the thing is, first of all, what we need to do here is basically we need to block everything from changes. So what we need to do here is basically go here, manage set key on all params. Okay, now let's go here and set key on all params. So this set key will lock everything up. Okay, so if the users need to tweak it, they need to go here and remove animation from all params, and then they can work with it. Okay, so I'm going to assign it each and every parameters. So I'm coming back. Right, all parameters are now set key, locked, and ready to go. I have to do it like that because Natron automates the properties. Natron automates these parameters to set to 0. I don't know why, but it does that. So that's why we are going to lock it. It doesn't matter. Users will not let's assume that users will use only this preset. They will not change anything, so they will use actually this. And now we need to remove these animations. We don't need them. So what we have to do is basically just change some parameters values first, random values. Okay, and then just go here and remove animations on all parameters, and see we need to remove animation on all parameters. So now yeah, other things are fine. Yeah, so now let's do it like 1, global rotation 0, and the color is color. So that's it. Okay, so I'm just undoing these things. You have to change your parameter a little bit to remove all of your animations from your parameters properties. So it's kind of a weird thing, but yeah, it works. So, and other things are pretty much fine, right? So I'm going to save it, Ctrl S, and just Ctrl Shift R to reload it, and hopefully it will work. Let's see. That's good. Okay, everything is working fine. Okay, so parallel flare, you can do it, but let's not do it. Yeah, so what we did is basically let me go here again and let me show you that when we were these are hard links. So when we were making set key on all parameters, so then the global scale, global rotation, mouse pause X, which are basically these guys, are also animated. So what you need to do is basically, if you go here and remove animation on all parameters, it will not remove the parameter, remove the animation, you have to tweak it a little bit, a little notch. So something like, you know, 0.1, 0.1, suppose 0.1, 0.1 or something like that. Then remove animation on all parameters. Then you can retrieve it, or you can just use some undo operation for that. Okay, so that will do the job. Okay, yeah. So that's it. And yeah, okay, so that's it. Oops. Okay, and now we're ready for, whoa, my node graphics get jammed. Wait for a moment. Alright, so our node got jammed, so there you go. Control SF. Yep. So this is our basic flare. Now we're going to make a PI plug. Go to node, export as PI plug. We're going to name it flare basic, flare basic, and it will be in draw slash lens flare version 1. Our icon is here. Icon is flare icon.png. So just copy this, paste it here, and we're going for the basic flare which you can develop further. Okay, which you can use or develop further. Actually I have to do it for my studio because my artists are really, you know, touchy about this thing. So let's go here, and I'm going to our flare preset directory. Yeah, and let's open it. There we go. Press OK. Now you can see that we have a flare basic py file here. Okay, good. All right, so let's save it. Now we need to do something. Let me first go there and let me show you something first. So Natron 2. Okay, so now if I'm going to flare, we can see that flare basic draw is already there. You can see it from here, flare basic. Yep. All right, so now if I'm going here, you can see a problem. The problem is we don't have our gizmo, the position XY gizmo anymore. Other things are fine, but we don't have that position gizmo. So what we need to do here is basically close Natron and go to your py. I'm going to delete the pyc here. Go to your py, flare basic py, open it with any kind of text editor. I'm using Curate, and search for Control F here, search for mouse mouse xy. Okay, and you will see that there are two params, there are two things, mouse xy and mouse xy. Go to this set param properties. Okay, go here, set param properties. Okay, there are lots of mouse xy, but yeah, we're going for okay, yeah, we're going for create user parameters mouse xy, and here is our set param properties mouse xy. So what you have to do is basically create some space and copy this string which we have given you in this instruction for preset makers. I have opened it here, and here you can see that we have given you the line param set use point blah 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 true. So just copy it here and paste it here. Don't save it here. Less. Okay. So what you had to do is basically open the py file, go for mouse xy, mouse xy. The first thing will pop up here is this guy, this guy, and this guy. So this is in set parameter properties, mouse xy, and paste this line here. Fabrice Fernandez, I think he has issued GitHub, issued this thing in GitHub. Let's see if we can minimize this problem. All right, so let's see. Okay, so save it, close it, and let's open Natron again. There we go. Now if we go to our draw lens flare basic, hopefully we will get our things here. Yeah. All right. Yep. Yeah. So that's it. So if you want to develop it furthermore, you can convert it to a group, or just go here, just like before we did with our basic lens flare, which is this one. Sorry, not basic, a blank lens flare blank template. Okay, just do it like that, and it's a loop, so do your stuff. So that's how we're developing our stuff here. Okay, and the next we will make more presets, like more 6 to 7 presets. I'm not sure, but let's see how can we do that. And I will stream all of those. There will be no instruction, only background music, and what does it say, WIP or whatever, the workflow thing. You will see how we have done those flares. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. It's pretty easy to do. You can make lots of stuffs with it. And also we are going for some refactoring very soon, so many exciting stuffs will come very early. So yeah, so happy Natron. Bye bye.